I want to show you guys something you already know and aware of, but the visual I think helps. And it's the stark contrast, the difference between us and them, right and wrong, and also a little bit of an awakening for, I think, the largest target demographic that the left, Democrats, progressives, the media, social media is going after right now in wake of Charlie Kirk's untimely death, assassination. But I've also got some questions that I need to get answered, and maybe you guys can help me out with this. But first, we see from Wall Street Apes, Democrats outside the Charlie Kirk Arizona Memorial. They're out with signs shouting, "I hope your baby dies," to pregnant Americans who attended. And luckily, Charlie Kirk attendees are standing up for them or up to them.
Period. She said, oh my God, that was shit. She said, what the fuck's wrong with you? What the fuck's wrong with you? I can't believe she just said that.
Oh, I fucking want it. You know what I'm talking about?
I can't believe she just said that to that girl. Oh, she right here still.
Hey, just show her your look how proud you are. You got that little girl crying. She's telling that lady she was
that was so bad. But that was so bad though. That was so bad.
That little girl's crying. Look at that girl crying. All right. They don't want to see you yelling.
Oh, that one got braids. That's how they making it great. This is crazy. Crazy work. What the hell? What the helly? Oh, here she go. But I can't walk in this shit. It's feel like they should have had some trash cans.
Seeing that Georgia Bulldog chair there was kind of like all the way in Arizona. I always expect to see Steelers like pretty much anywhere, but then, when it comes to college football, go Dogs. But folks, the answer to the question for which she can't provide, what the fuck is wrong with you? You would think the worst part would be that she was paid to do that. But actually, the worst part is she's been completely infected by the virus, the woke mind virus. And I did a quick search yesterday through some of the liberal, left-leaning Democrat supporting channels, in theory, which is an oxymoron to say the least. And maybe you guys should do the same and let me know if you see anything different. But what I realized, or what I'm realizing more so in building up this case, is that the Democrats have nothing, absolutely nothing, except for us, except to try and discredit and manipulate and twist everything that we are doing. This is a Democrat liberal YouTube channel, a part of this Midas Touch network, which is an evil network. And every video is about Trump for the better part of, percentages here. It's about Trump. The mainstream media is about Trump. I challenge you, find a liberal, find a mainstream media channel, YouTube channel, social media account, publication, doesn't matter. Find one that headlines a Democrat doing something good. Not a Democrat challenging President Trump, not a Democrat, for instance, Gavin Newsom wanting to take the masks off the faces of ICE agents in California, signing that into law, versus, I don't know, maybe not needing ICE agents because you have a handle on your illegal immigration problem.
I'll be signing a bill, the first in the nation, saying enough. ICE, unmask. What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? If you're going to go out and you're going to do enforcement, provide an ID. Tell us which agency you represent. Provide us basic information that all local law enforcement is required to provide.
You know what ICE, if they're afraid of anything, is they're afraid of you, Gavin Newsom. They're afraid of Democrats, liberals, progressives who only know violence, for which there's a wide variety of ICE videos from Chicago over the weekend of them doing enforcement, and people are finding out, and they're hilarious videos, but you know, it's what needs to be done. But we do what needs to be done the right way, mask on, mask off, whatever, but y'all don't. Y'all do it the wrong way. And you know, this is going to create some tension, some problems. And yeah, that's interesting. Do enforcement. But I challenge you to find a left-leaning progressive Democrat channel that actually has anything positive to say about any Democrat. Because what are they going to run on? What are they going to run on when the time comes, as they only run on against us, basically? Does that make sense? Jasmine Crockett, it's funny here because she says it's not a criminal violation to enter the country illegally.
It is not a criminal violation to enter the country illegally. It's not a criminal. It's a crime. It's not a crime, which is why they're so frustrated, because they really want our local law enforcement to go out and round up people when they could be looking out for the murderers and the sexual abusers as well as the robbers. They want them to go and round people up on civil accusations.
Well, a lot of these people they're rounding up are the murderers, are the rapists, are the ones doing all the things she says that these police should be, the law enforcement should be after, for which Jasmine Crockett says, just because you commit a crime doesn't make you a criminal. Jasmine Crockett also says that the police aren't supposed to stop crimes. And Jasmine Crockett also says that she has her own police force, her own security detail, because she is an absolute total hypocrite and, dare I say, moron.
First in the nation, saying enough. To ICE, unmask. What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? If you're going to go out and you're going to do enforcement, provide an ID. Tell us which agency you represent.
I don't think there's any question of what agency they represent. It's pretty much like all across their uniforms. But really, they're not afraid of you or anything, really. What are you afraid of, Gavin Newsom? Are you afraid of legal immigration? Is that what you're afraid of? You know, and this is a prime example of how the Democrats behave and respond, okay? In Wokeness shares that George Floyd dies during an arrest. $2+ billion of property damage, 200 federal buildings damaged, 2,000+ police officers injured, at least 25 Americans killed. In contrast, Charlie Kirk killed in cold blood, assassinated, 0 rioting, 0 looting, 0 injuries, peaceful vigils and prayer, except for the leftist liberals who showed up to cause problems, $0 in property damage, except for the liberal, leftist, progressive Democrats that showed up to create property damage, and 0 Americans killed outside of Charlie Kirk, sadly, unfortunately. We are not the same. I don't know how else to put it, folks. There also, granted, there are some on our side, theoretically, continuously perpetuating a narrative that isn't necessarily true. We'll start here. Breaking: Erica Kirk just followed Candace Owens on Instagram as Candace exposes the federal cover-up of the Charlie Kirk assassination. Is this true? I'm not 100% sure. I'm not on Instagram like that, so I don't know. But if so, then it completely goes against the narrative that Laura Loomer's putting out there as far as Candace Owens and Erica and Charlie Kirk and yada, yada, yada. However, the federal cover-up of the Charlie Kirk assassination takes me back to Clayton Morris, for which we talked about just the other day. And I believe Clayton Morris said that the investigation was closed.
This is outrageous, and I'm pretty furious about it, but I did want to come in and report what I just learned from a high-level source. This is confirmed, by the way, at the highest levels, that this is about to happen. The FBI, according to my source, is about to wrap up their investigation into the assassination of Charlie Kirk. They're done. And they are set to announce that Tyler Robinson is the lone gunman.
In the short run, he agrees that rather than send the footage, he will get onto a FaceTime call with me and he will show me the footage on his computer. He did that, and I watched the footage, and I'm going to tell you what I saw. And to the people specifically, the people that are in the military, people that know weapons, I'm telling you this because you might be able to add more color or more clarity here. What you would expect to see. If given the weapon that they have said did this, the bullet they have said did this, I don't know anything about any of this. So I'm just telling you what I saw, okay?
The highlights of FBI Director Kash Patel's hearing. You know that feeling when you see these decrepit, soulless, vapid, feckless, gutless, heartless hypocrites speak ill of our country and just spew sewage? And you just want to, I'm not a violent person, I swear, but you know what I mean. You just want to,
Number 2, use your heart. Think to yourself very carefully, if I respond to this, am I going to hurt someone? Am I hurting myself? What am I really doing here? And the third very important thing you need to do right now is
First and foremost, there is nothing gory about this shot at all. And so again, I am still going to work with him to get me the footage so that I think it should be shared. There's nothing gory about this footage from the back. The thing that really stood out to me, and I just kept asking him to replay it over and over and over again, is that there's no blood.
End of story. Move along. Nothing to see here. That is what the FBI is set to announce. Here we are just 7 days afterwards, and they are ready to come out and make this report. So nothing to see here. Move along. Don't question anything. All of you, Green Berets and sniper experts and ballistics experts that have so many questions about the trajectory of the bullet. Was it fired by a person on the roof? Doesn't look like it to you at all.
And I'm willing to kind of throw it off as coincidental because we already have our answer to kind of direction of the bullet. It's quite literally not possible to do what was done from a straight on shot. It doesn't happen. And I would say there's not two shooters. I would say there's a single shooter.
Don't ask questions. You're done.
He got hit at the base of the skull here probably, right? And so we're talking, this is immediate incapacitation. He didn't die from blood loss. He died instantly.
The FBI is about to tell you no more questions. Lone gunman, Tyler Robinson on the roof.
By the way, just one other conspiracy theory I just want to snuff out here. One of our dear friends that literally from the very beginning started with us and loved Charlie like a brother, he grabbed the SD cards out of the camera afterwards. And there's all these conspiracy videos about, like, why did he grab the SD cards? Well, first of all, they're in the possession of the FBI. Okay. It's not like he took them and like ran off with them.
Kash Patel does that for all of us today. Kash Patel is the voice.
Whereas here we see FBI Director Kash Patel says, as the director of the FBI, I am committed to ensuring the investigation into Charlie Kirk's assassination is thorough and exhaustive, pursuing every lead to its conclusion. This was posted 20 hours ago. The full weight of America's law enforcement agencies are actively following the evidence that has emerged, but our efforts extend beyond initial findings. We are examining every facet of this assassination. We are meticulously investigating theories and questions, including the location from where the shot was taken, the possibility of accomplices, the text message confession, and related conversations, Discord chats, the angle of the shot and bullet impact, how the weapon was transported, hand gestures observed as potential signals near Charlie at the time of his assassination, and visitors to the alleged shooter's residence in the hours and days leading up to September 10, 2025. Some details are known today, while others are still being pursued to ensure every possibility is considered. Our primary focus is to complete this investigation and deliver justice. To protect the integrity of the investigation and subsequent prosecution, we cannot release every piece of information we have to the public right now, and we will ensure every question is addressed at the appropriate moment. Regarding specific details, such as questions about the plane that allegedly turned off its transponder after departing from an airport near the assassination site, we can share updates when answers are confirmed. After interviews with the pilot and consultation with the FAA, we determined the transponder was not turned off. Incomplete flight data in rural areas caused the apparent gap. The entire FBI mourns the loss of Charlie Kirk, and we will not rest until justice is served, and our investigation into this assassination will continue until every question is answered. And yeah, what do you guys think? I'm just going to leave that one with you guys here. And here's another highlight here of how the left behaves and responds.
This goes back to my video from last night. Liberals saying that they would never help anybody outside of their own political affiliation. Carrie, we do not ask our patients what their political affiliation is. The reason that we got into healthcare was to care for people.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find Carrie's original video. This actually reminds me of when Joy Behar said she wouldn't want a Trump supporter, Trump voter, MAGA to help her if she was in a life or death situation, which is insane. This is the mindset, the thought processes these people have on a daily basis. It's unbelievable. It's unreal.
I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't even let him give me a Heimlich maneuver.
Yeah.
That's how little I feel about people. I don't know.
Well, and a MAGA supporter is like
calling you right now.
I got it.
Somebody's.
I fixed it.
Tell that MAGA man, leave
No,
you alone.
I'm not sleeping with you anymore.
And as far as healthcare goes, picture this. It's a crisp fall day. And, well, it will be soon, but I think we got a couple more days until fall actually begins. But it's a crisp fall day, and you're planning for the year ahead. As a retiree, you've earned the peace of mind that comes with knowing your healthcare is secure. But with Medicare's open enrollment just around the corner, October 15 through December 7, now is the time to act. Nearly 70 million Americans rely on Medicare, and the choices you make in the next few weeks could save you thousands. Ensure your doctors stay in network and cover the medications you need. Don't let this opportunity slip away. Call Chapter for free, expert Medicare advice, and make the most of your coverage. Take John, for example. A 70-year-old retiree who thought his Medicare Advantage plan was good enough. Last year, he skipped reviewing his plan during open enrollment, only to discover in January that his prescription copays had doubled 200%, and his favorite specialist was no longer in network. A quick call to Chapter and their Medicare advisor could have helped John switch to a plan with lower costs and a broader provider network, saving him stress and money. This year, John's not taking any chances. He's reaching out to Chapter to review his options. And why does this matter? Well, because Medicare plans change every year. Premiums, deductibles, drug formularies, and provider networks shift, and small changes can add up to big costs. For 2025, there's big news. Medicare drug plans now have a $2,000 cap on out-of-pocket costs, a game changer for so many folks out there. But with Part B premiums rising and the value-based insurance design VBID program ending, some Medicare Advantage plans may drop extras like dental or vision. And your annual notice of change arriving soon in the mail, so keep an eye out for that, is your roadmap to these updates. But navigating it can definitely feel overwhelming, especially based on what people have been telling me. And that's where Chapter comes in. Whether you're happy with your current plan or exploring new options, Chapter's experts can guide you through the maze of Medicare choices. Original Medicare or Medicare Advantage, where Original Medicare offers flexibility to see any provider accepting Medicare but requires separate Part D and Medigap plans, which can get extremely pricey, while Medicare Advantage bundles hospital, outpatient, and often drug coverage, sometimes with extras like hearing or transportation, but then you're limited to in-network providers. With Chapter's free advice, you'll understand which plan fits your health needs and budget. Don't wait until December 7 to act. Time is short and the stakes are high. Healthcare costs can eat into your savings, but a quick call to Chapter can ensure you're not overpaying or missing out on benefits. Call Chapter today at 270-467-2426 for free personalized Medicare guidance. Like the fall seasons, changing leaves this autumn, this season is your chance to refresh your coverage and secure your future. Make the call. Your wallet and your health will certainly thank you. Make sure you give our friends at Chapter a call. But here's the deal, ladies and gentlemen. Granted, this TikToker calls out a healthcare worker for saying conservatives better not have a medical emergency. Most of us in healthcare are liberals. Granted, it says make Carrie On famous because she's a danger to any conservative who might need care. And I would agree with that. I have my own personal story that I'm not going to share with you guys. But this morning, not only am I back, but I am also back at the doctor because I got another blood test I need to get done as I'm working on trying to figure out what the is wrong with me. And we're narrowing it down to psoriasis or eczema, hopefully. We'll see. Quite the incident went down. And then I went to a completely different medical facility and I see a sign, and the sign makes perfect sense after what I experienced this morning. So there's that. However, people are waking up, and the left's strategy, their tactics, this racial divide and baiting is not working. It really wasn't before, but it is so much not working anymore. And I think folks like myself and my brother and Black Conservative Perspective and Officer Tatum and if I'm leaving anybody out, it's not intentional. It's not on purpose. Even Anton Daniels, I believe there's so many more out there. We're going to continue sharing the message, spreading the word, helping to educate and inform. And I got two more clips I want to show you guys to close this one out.
I made a comment saying that Charlie Kirk was a racist, and I was encouraged heavily to go back and rewatch his videos in their entirety instead of taking little snippets and clips from videos and taking them out of context. And because I'm not afraid to admit that I was wrong, because I do always want to learn and educate myself, I did exactly that, and I decided to rewatch a lot of his videos. And I gotta admit that I am a little bit embarrassed because I truly did not know a lot of what he said. I wasn't privy to it because I did stop watching him quite a long time ago because I did feel that he was a little bit racist. But after rewatching them, I am embarrassed because I realized that I've been being Black wrong my entire life, and I had no clue. I genuinely color me shocked to find out that I could wield my DEI card and I could get any position that I wanted, despite the fact that I am woefully unqualified. So I am going to apply to be the head of cardio at a hospital, maybe a pilot, I don't know, for fun. I don't know, I was thinking about being the CEO of a company, and I'm going to tell them that I want to be a DEI hire and that they have to hire me because I'm a Black woman. And I didn't know I could do that. I truly didn't know. If I had known that, I probably would have gotten into Yale with my grades. I got really good grades in high school for the most part, and I didn't know. I had no clue that all I had to do is tell them that I wanted to get in because I'm Black on the basis of being Black. I didn't know. I feel so stupid because Charlie enlightened me, and he, even though he himself had zero credentials, he did call into question the credentials of plenty of qualified people on the basis of their race. And he thought that they were not qualified for their position. He was skeptical because he thought they were getting in simply because of their race, that if there was a Black pilot, he should be wary of that. If there's a Black doctor, he should be wary of that. Even at some point, he called a Black one, said that there are moronic Black women in customer service positions, and that he thinks they got it because of DEI. So I'm going to use that to my advantage and take those positions from some unsuspecting white men. And sorry about it, buddy. You weren't born with the right privilege. I'm just going to start taking people's jobs, and then I might get involved in some other 13% activities and maybe get heavily involved in some gang violence later. I don't know, maybe go rob a store. I don't know. The world is my oyster. Thank you for opening my eyes, Charlie.
I don't know if I have enough time. I don't know if you guys can pick up on sarcasm and satire there, but here's one more.
This is how stupid my community is. President Trump just granted HBCUs $500 million. Okay, historical black colleges. Donald Trump just granted $500 million. He cut money to Stanford, Princeton, Harvard, to historically predominantly white schools. He reached out to predominantly black schools because he said they are promoting illegal immigrants and all that stuff. So he punished them, gave the black schools money, and black folk out here complaining. He shouldn't have cut that money. He shouldn't cut that money to them other college. This is how you know the Democrat Party has totally brainwashed the black community, and it's no hope. No hope for them all. Whenever the black community in the same sentence can tell you we are underprivileged, all the world against us, we can't ever get up on our feet, and people can't convince us to carry the problems of somebody else. People who don't even supposed to be here is getting ahead of us. But because liberal black Democrats are pimps and the black community are the whores, black folk mad. Now tell me, how stupid can black folk be?